You're watching Flippy James Disc Golf. My name is James. Happy you're here. Today we have the Discmania Vanguard, a Klein Creator Series disc. 9502 are the numbers, 175 grams. Disc Golf Deals USA sent this out. If you use the link in my description, you're gonna get 10% off their website. So shout out to them for sending this out. And thank you if you order through there. Let me know what you get. So the funny thing about this video for this disc is that I already shot it. I went to a new course in the area about 45 minutes away, and it just I just wasn't flowing with the video. Like, the disc was flying fine-ish, but the video, it kind of sucked. So instead, I'm gonna kind of take you through my journey of what I found out with this disc here in this field. I don't think we're gonna play any holes today. Just kind of go straight up, talk about the disc, that's it. Kind of what I used to do for reviews. I'll start this off with a nice little hyzer. So something I found out in the video that I shot that you're never going to see was that no matter how hard I threw it on hyzer, it never wanted to try and stand up. On Discmania's website, it makes it sound like an FD1 through an FD3, like right in the middle. So a very workable disc, but it's good to have something that's like trustworthy, but not super overstable. So I'm gonna give it like a good snap to show the no flip at all. I know it's a 0-2 disc, like 0 for turn, but sometimes flight numbers, man. Give it some snap. Give it some snap. Ooh, that was definitely snapped. Wow, went kind of far. I'm guessing 350? That's kind of far, right? That nose angle was a little bit up, so let's try and keep it down a bit more and give it more of a chance to flip if it even thinks about it. Not really. If you're wondering why I fall through, it looks like this. I feel like I'm gonna block the disc sometimes, and so I go into weirdo mode. So hyzer, throwing hard, like those did go about 350. If you're in that range, that's where you're gonna be able to see, like, is it gonna flip for me? Most likely not. And that's great, because when you want to throw a flat shot and you want it to just stay straight and then make sure it fades at the end, that's a very trustworthy disc. And I think this Vanguard fits right in that 9-speed category of trustworthy. Like, check it off, it's trustworthy. We're gonna throw one flat here. I did make a correction to my form with my left shoulder being higher than my right on my reach back. And I'm trying to make sure things are flat. I used to just throw like this, flat. So hyzer shots are on point right now. Let's see how we get this flat one. Nice smooth throw, not full power. Just getting the disc flat. Flat and straight to the ground. That's my mistake. Whenever I was about to go run and get that, that's my mistake with the form, is throwing down when I try to throw flat. Straight, 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 and then that good subtle fade, like not hooking over, just gliding over. That's I'm excited about the good shot I threw, to be honest. No, but you saw it, so the disc went straight even though it went this way. That's just the release, but it just held that forever. We have very minimal wind here, so it's not like there's a headwind keeping it straight. It's just very nice. So throwing flat, you saw, just went straight. I don't know if this is gonna be like your flat shot headwind fighter, but I imagine it's gonna hold up. I don't think it's gonna turn over and burn. Now, before we get to my next shot, the favorite one with this that I threw in the video you won't see, if you're new to the channel, my name's Flippy James because I used to be in the circus, and so flippy discs, I did flips, the play on words. I thought it was funny. I still do trampoline shows. I'm gonna be in Frankfort, Illinois, Sunday, June 2nd. And then the following weekend, I'll be in Shawnee, Kansas. So I don't know how much time I'll be able to play, but if you're in the area, hit me up on Instagram. It'd be fun to meet up with some of you guys. And if you wanna come catch a trampoline show, that'd be fun too. All right, where this disc shined for me, what I really loved about it was putting it on a touch of anhyzer. And it would hold the fight, I do that all the time because it fights out. It would hold the flight, slowly come out and finish still. And it's one of I think a more consistent flight if you can get the nose angle right on an anhyzer shot to have carving through woods, which I'm assuming Klein uses this for because I think that's what it was made for. So we're gonna get this one on that anhyzer angle to show how long of a flight it is, because like I said earlier, it's not gonna just be the disc that's like a meat hook, but it's also not gonna be one that it turns. It's a really good disc. Probably gonna go back to a little bit more of my old form because I'm still working on getting that flat and anhyzer released with this shoulder thing down. It just seems so weird. I feel like I'm gotta do ninja moves. You can see like it was on angle like for a long time. Slowly got to flat, slowly started a hyzer. I didn't think I needed this disc in my bag. I don't, not at all. But to have that consistent, like I might need that disc in my bag. Okay, let's talk about the plastic for a second. I believe this is called Horizon plastic when Discmania does like the ring around the rim. Ring around the rim. I don't throw a whole lot of Discmania, but this, I throw more MVP. This compares closer to like a neutron feel-ish, but kind of flexible. Not super stiff, not like a soft plastic. It's good, it feels good in my hand. Like I like how this feels. I just realized I'm matching with it today, which is awesome. This black and gold is my school colors. I used to match what I wore with discs all the time in reviews. If you go back and look at some old ones, like green shirt, green disc, blue shirt, blue disc. Now I have a kid and I'm like, all right, which shirt doesn't have a stain on it? Get a little look at the profile here for you. I don't know if you like looking at profiles and you can tell how it's gonna fly type of person. I'm not so much really that person, but it's yeah, slight amount of dome, not super domey, but not board flat. I think it's kind of like a sweet spot, really. The edges around here are smooth on it. This part, if you brush your fingers this way, like you can kind of feel it, which doesn't really feel that bad in a forehand. I've been working on forehands. Let's throw one. A little bit of wobble, like a decent amount still, but yeah, that's probably like 270. Okay, it was 230. Throwing in a field, distance is like tough to judge sometimes. If you ever go do field work, put something out in the field to aim at, because shooting videos like this, like most of the time I'm aiming at this pole back there that's like 435, not reaching it, but having a focal point helps way more and it helps you get farther. Because like I'll come out here sometimes and just throw and discs don't go that far and I'm like, why not? Because I'm not focusing on something. So if that ever happens to you and you're like, why did this only go so this far, whatever, put something out in the field to aim at and you'd be surprised how much closer you get. Which 40 feet's like that. Like it's not crazy difference throwing far, but putting 40 feet, it's far. Yeah, forehand, a little bit of wobble, but I think you're gonna be able to trust this on a forehand if you have a decent one. We're gonna throw this one more time, give it a really good huck, see how far I can get it to go. If you are a fan of Discmania and you haven't thrown the Vanguard yet, let me know what you're waiting for in the comments, because my first experience with it, even in the video I'm not posting, it was still a good experience with the disc itself. And if you don't have a disc that flies like this in your bag, I think it's a must-have to like just fill a slot, keep it there, and play around with it. Especially if you're playing by yourself, throw an extra shot. Like I do that all the time. If I'm playing alone, even sometimes with friends, like I'll throw 2 off the tee if there's time, and it just helps you figure out your game more than if you were just playing a course to run through it. If you do have the Vanguard, let me know how it flies for you in the comments. If it's kind of like based on what I said, maybe if you throw farther, put some input. Maybe if you don't reach 300 feet, give some input. Try and not throw like hard as I can on all the shots, so we have like a better range of, like if I'm throwing 300 feet, you're gonna be able to judge how the disc flies for you if you throw farther or closer. But if you have the disc and you throw it farther or closer, let me know what it does for you. On another note, if you came to this video to see if the Vanguard is a disc that you want to buy or not and it helped you, please give this video a like. If you have a question I didn't answer, leave a comment about it, and maybe me or somebody who has it can help you with that. And so yeah, thanks for being here. Hope you enjoy this. All right, we got the bass bumping and this van pulling down. I'm gonna wait just in case I pull over on this, or sometimes some thugs like to hang out around here. Maybe I need to get in the car real fast. You never know. This is Franklin County. Franklin County people are gonna love it. St. Clair people are really gonna love it. I get nervous sometimes when I have all my equipment out and I'm shooting a video and like there's sketchy people that drive by and stare at you. If you create disc golf content, do you have any sketchy stories? We should start a series with some people. Do I need to make a podcast of just like content creators, sketchy stories? I might have just came onto something. If so, Kyle, if you're watching this, Kyle has to be on my podcast with me. I feel like Kyle was made for podcasts. Kyle let me borrow a disc sometimes before Disc Golf Deals USA started sending out a bunch of them. Thank you guys. That was a lot of talking. Are we good to go? I'm having such a fun day shooting videos. Like this is the first one. I haven't been able to do it in a while. I'm like jazzed. All right, you ready to rip on this? Yeah, we're ready. Soaring! Oh my gosh, what a great last throw. Let me go tell you how far that was. I'm guessing 385. I'm gonna range to my car, then I'll just trust me. All right, as I was walking out there was more of a headwind than I thought from here. And so I think whenever it kind of got lifted a little bit, the wind was kind of floating it and holding it here, and it wasn't pushing as far, but still went 360. Very happy with that. Also, the audio kind of cut out in that last video. I'm like over here with my back turned, so like the frequency has to go through my body, and I don't always hit the record button on this to like transfer it. So I don't know how many more times that happened in this video. If it did, my bad. One more thing on this video before we wrap it up. I know a lot of people have said they like the slow motion releases, and I'm glad I got that feedback. If you like it, let me know as well. I'm gonna shoot one. I just blinded myself with the reflection of this disc. I'm gonna throw one more time and record super duper slow motion. Let me know if that would be preferred for certain shots, or if the regular slow motion that you've seen in this video is good enough. I've asked you to do a lot of stuff in this video. If you can just write down some notes on the next one. I changed my mind. Option 1 was the ones you've been seeing. This is option 2. I like that little Annie release with the form. Cool. The only difference with this next one you're about to see, it's 12.5% speed, 240 frames a second, but I can't record audio. All right, walking down to get that. Since I was on the topic of form a little bit in this video, I did notice in that super duper slow motion one, I am still reaching up too much. I don't know if I did that throughout the whole video, but I need to reach out and lower, and then that's gonna fix my swooping problem. If you got a swooping problem, get your phone out. Doesn't matter what quality it records in. Record a video, see where your arm reaches back, and then where it's at in the middle, like the power pocket, and then where it releases. And that's what's helping me, that I'm trying to fix and being better. So thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed it.